Hello guys, Janis here from Tarot Reading London with my April energy update. And I can't tell you how relieved I am to be in the position of seeing the back end of this energy. It does look like it's kind of edging out the door, and this month's reading is really interesting. It's a mixture of positivity and caution, but it's definitely feels like we're on the right track. So the first question I asked this month was, what is going to be the instinct of this month? What's the energy that's going to sort of be driving us all? And the perfect card, the Empress. And the Empress is all about Mother Earth and nurture and creativity and birth. And of course, just the mere fact of being at the beginning of spring takes us into Easter and the fact that all the birds are singing and madly nest building, and there's baby ducks on the river, and there is this feeling of emergence, this feeling of positivity, and the sun shining, and there's buds bursting forth everywhere. So there is this feeling that really ties in with the Empress. And for us in our world, where we are at the moment, here we are just about to emerge after the dark days that has sort of dogged us for the last year. And the Empress is all about feeling good. It's about nurture. It's about nourishing ourselves and making ourselves feel better. And that already has become evident with, ladies, hairdressers, massage salons, gyms, nail salons all reopening. We can pamper ourselves a bit more. We can make ourselves feel better and just sort of, give ourselves that well-needed bit of love and warmth that we've just been so desperate for. And, the Empress it's a card of just giving ourselves that bit of indulgence, but in a good and healthy way. So that's going to be the energy which is going to be pushing forward throughout the month of April. So I asked a couple of different questions to the questions I normally ask. I thought I'd get guidance over different areas of life for us and see what came up around that. So the first thing I asked for was guidance around relationships and what we could expect in the realm of relationships in April. And the card that came up was interestingly the polar opposite of the energy that the Empress gives us. The card that was given to us for relationships was the Hermit. So the Empress is all about the physical, the sort of external, and the Hermit is all about going inward. It's a less than comfortable card. So it really is suggesting that for a lot of us, relationship-wise, we're going to be feeling like we're going to have some decisions to make. It's about exploring how we really feel and what sort of wisdom we can give to a situation. The Hermit also, just on its very basic level, is all about being alone. And from my experience with readings this month, there has been maybe a bit too much togetherness with people, couples, especially in flats, really feeling like they've been crammed in on top of each other with no me time. And the Empress is all about me time, but the Hermit is like alone time. So it's really saying that April will call on us to withdraw into our own private space, to decide how we really feel, because this whole lockdown period has really put a lot of strain on relationships in general. And a lot of people, to be honest, don't know how they feel right now. And so it's going to be an important month, and it's going to really require people to call on their inner wisdom and call on themselves to think, well, you know, what do I want to do? So the next question I asked was about finances. Same question, different subject. What do we need to know about finances this coming month? And an interesting card, again, another tricky card, the Seven of Swords. Now in Tarot, the Seven of Swords is all about trickery and deception, but it could also be about avoidance. It's where we have a situation where there is not an easy or obvious fix, and so what we do, what our instinct is to do, is to avoid it, to run away, to sort of sweep it under the carpet in some way. And again, the Empress is all about feeling better. That's what the instinct of the Empress is. And so for finances, how that might inform things is we just might want to avoid the situation. We might want to start indulging in some, you know, just some quick fix, feel better solutions, which actually aren't going to be to our benefit moving forward, but make us feel better in the moment. And I wonder globally, you know, just politically and as we look outside of our own personal worlds, I wonder how that will inform the financial situation looking outwards. I wonder if anything will come to light in the months to come about maybe decisions that were taken in April, which were seen to be in retrospect not quite so positive, or maybe had a different agenda, or maybe have been shown to be not quite so honest. Anyway, that will come to light. But for us in our personal lives, it's going to be, I think, a temptation to not face up to what we need to face up to. And what did I, oh yes, health. That was the third topic I thought I'd ask for. And again, perfect card, the Chariot. Loads of energy around health, loads of determination, loads of pushing forward. Obviously, with the whole vaccine situation, there's a real sense of goal setting, of striving towards, again, our instinct this month, the Empress, to feel better and to take care of us all in a really positive way. So the vaccine sort of spearheads that energy, lots and lots of determination and drive towards the goal that we all want to walk towards. And also outside of the vaccine situation, again, we will see a big drive towards maybe physical health, people wanting to be a lot more active, obviously with gyms opening, right? There's going to be a lot of determination, right? I'm going to hit the gym, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be really determined. We'll see how that pans out over the next coming months. But nevertheless, for April, there's going to be a big surge towards health, lots of conversations towards health. And that also feeds into our Empress energy of wanting to feel better. So what is the advice around all of this? I asked for a sort of an overarching advice card for us all for April, and a little bit of a tricky card again, the Three of Swords. And what this tells us is don't sweep stuff under the carpet. Now that tunes in perfectly, doesn't it, with the Hermit and with the Seven of Swords. The Hermit asking you to really dig down deep and say, well, you know, what is the truth of my situation? What do I really feel about my relationship situation? And with the Seven of Swords, with finances, you know, don't just take a quick fix. Try and think a bit more honestly. Try and be really honest with yourself about the finances, and don't just go for the response that's going to make you feel better. It's all about facing our pain now, because the Three of Swords is about emotional pain. It's about what doesn't feel good. So what it's asking us to do is to not maybe go too much into the Empress feel-good energy, but to know that what we don't deal with today, we are going to have to deal with tomorrow. And it may not on a personal level be, you know, our best course of action. It may get harder to deal with, or we may store up issues for ourselves if there are things that we decide to not deal with this month. And who can blame us, guys? To be honest with you, it's been such a difficult ride. Now we can see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. The temptation is just to run towards it, and tough situations be damned, we just want to feel better. So I understand that, but I'm just passing you on the wisdom of the reading. So I hope you have a wonderful April. I hope you enjoy this fantastic weather we're having at the moment. It just makes life so much easier, doesn't it? And of course, we'll be able to sit outside and have some drinks and some food in restaurants and pubs, which is going to just again make us all feel so much better. So you have my love and my best wishes. I'm always here for a reading if you need one. In the meantime, enjoy this month, and let's hope and pray that the situation carries on in the same way and we can have an even more positive conversation next month. In the meantime, I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.